Hello and welcome to my neighborhood. Oh shit. I almost spilled a bunch of coffee, which is a sin, by the way. You know why it's a sin? Pretty much no. We don't know why a sin is a sin. If you want to know how I feel about, sin, I could write a whole essay about what's wrong with sin. It makes sense to tell people that they're sinners. It makes sense to tell people they're sinners. Then they want to go to church. They will be absolved of their sins and go out and sin again. Most of them. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe people change their ways, but I don't know. Probably not. And yeah. Oh, so I got. Let's see. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that, but from here. But I got some new hardware. Apparently, the osteochondral defect is a lesion on my somewhere on my lower talus. Yeah, bone in my foot. Basically, they didn't explain it this way before, back where I used to live. That doctor. Now I have a new doctor because I moved. And my insurance is county by county. So if I move out of county, it's going to be like 6 weeks until they find a doctor, at least. So what was I thinking about? Yeah, man. My car's broke down, so my insurance company actually will drive me to my appointments for free, and any kind of the appointment has to be related to something that the insurance company covers, to some degree. You can't just call them up and say, "Take me to the bar," or whatever. Although that would probably be closed now anyway, so. You can't just use it. They prevent you from using it for, go grocery shopping, shit like that. They don't like that, and you have to have a 5-day minimum. But if you meet those two criteria, you just have to know the name of the facility, their number and all their contact shit, and they need Bob's Rental, And what I thought I would do with this instance of the podcast show, I don't remember what number this is. This is like the podcast show number 6. I know it's not 7 yet, so this might be 7. Because I think I have seen a 6 in my computer before. So this would be a 7, although I don't think I uploaded the 6th one yet because my internet keeps getting interrupted. It's not that the internet's having a problem. Beware of cat. Beware of cat. Now, if you use a different word, that could be really, really true. I don't know if you can see her. Can you see her? Yeah, I think you can see her. It's hard to see myself, even with the feedback screen the way it is. What are you going to do? There's a stray cat that's coming around trying to take the food from these cats to himself. And I wonder where it came from. What's the life of a cat? Like, do they migrate ever? I've never heard of cats migrating. They just go from. They're loners, aren't they? Like, don't they. Or do they. There's a word for a group of cats. Oh man, what's the word for a group of cats? Gaggle is geese. I would know instantly if you gave me multiple choice of 100 choices. I would pick the right one. Like it's that much on the tip of my tongue. God, it's just really on the tip of my tongue. It's kind of frustrating because well, something is frustrating like I see the fucking some doctor like two two or three in a month, just different ones. I don't even want to count how many doctors I've seen between November 1st and January 1st. I probably have somewhere around 6 or 8 visits. You know. And by the way, I have what's called essential tremor, and my particular variant is called intention tremor. Um, you the best movie depiction of essential tremor is Tom Hanks's character in Saving Private Ryan. His hands would shake. He wasn't scared. It's just that his hands would shake. Um, his hand, and something I wonder is why is it that only my hands shake? Why not? Some people get it in their head, so they're like this all the time. That's fucked because essential terrors can also fuck with your voice and make your voice jacked. I've never heard that. I've never heard someone with ET speak, but yeah, I'm lucky it's not doing that. I knew why it was happening. Like it was happening like last year towards the end, and definitely in the summer. It was happening so much that I eventually went to the urgent care. So I didn't think it was an emergency, duh. I knew I was going to have a pulse the next day. Not everyone there can say that. Um, and I hate going to that one because I lost 2 moms there. But anyway, um, I digress. All I do is digress. That's all I do is digress. Or I trick or treat. Think about it. All I do is trick or treat. Maybe you too. Trick or treat. It's just that the door you knock on, there might be a monster behind you. Or maybe what's behind it will be some kind neighbor with some candy. I don't know. I barely eat candy anymore, and the shit in Dollar General, like all of it, like none of it appeals to me right now. I've made my car my priority, which is obviously the wiser choice. I need a little bit of money, maybe not. I have to check my account. I think I need more actually. So anyway, in January, I'll get it fixed. So that means, and I lost my car also in November, so it'll be a full month of just sitting there. The radiator is cracked, and one of the hoses is like fucking, I don't know. I want to say exploded, but that would be embellishment. It didn't really explode. Um, Coolant didn't fly everywhere. But what is interesting is it said we're Dex 5 and don't put anything else and don't don't fuck with this for 5 years. That's what they said. And maybe it's because I put like regular antifreeze in there. I did a 50-50 mix, but I went from the low to the high. I put some coolant in the car that wasn't Dex 5 because I thought this car has 200,000 miles on it. Like, does it matter? Like, is it still really, you know? Because Dex 5 coolant is like it's not expensive. Like, a couple bucks or something. I mainly came out here to. Ooh, it's bright. Fuck. Oh. My beacon is my password 910-420-14201224789. That is my beacon. Let's see. You know, I don't know if you can see this. Can you see this? Maybe you can zoom in when you're at home and bored. What? There's actually a lot of shit going on here. Let's see, where am I? Try to see this. It's actually pretty perfect, pretty much perfect. Okay. No, I don't want to talk about this. It would require too much background information and probably get bored, and eyes would glaze over like really fast. My doctor, I don't know. I'm focused on medicine so much and I did quit smoking, by the way. I quit. See, I didn't set a date, so I don't know the date, but I knew basically when I ran out of cigarettes, I would quit or try to quit. Well, I'm quitting. You know, it's not. According to Yoda, I'm quitting. Do not or do. There is no try. Strategies for quitting smoking. Well, that's weird. I didn't see that before talking about smoking. Or maybe I did in my subconscious. I'm trying to see what would be interesting for you. So here's some interesting questions we'll go out about COVID-19, which it's kind of disturbing that this is scorched and the other pages are off. I think I accidentally had a hot object next to the journal. So here's some problems that I kind of want to solve or wanted to solve at some point. COVID-19 cases correlated to population density of state. So every state has a population density. I know this isn't a state, but New York City, their population density is around 25 to 30,000 people per square mile. They'd have like written that down on the census. You know, they live in New York City. That's just the city. Which is what, like 7 million or 10 million, or I mean, if you count like the greater New York area, I mean, I wonder how many that is. Yeah. One thing I can tell you is that I started tutoring in 1995, and it was my very first semester in college, and I was tutoring math. I took the AP Calculus test, which is when you take a college class in high school. Oh my God, you could take my class that I took in high school and go sit in on the first semester of calculus at Berkeley your mind would literally explode. Oh, we're getting some background noise here. If you're screaming, don't worry. It happens all the time. Um, so COVID-19 cases correlated to that. What I'm wondering is if the population density is high, are we going to get more COVID, or perhaps increase the speed of COVID. I didn't do that yet. I didn't correlate it to this growth rate. You know what's strange about this journal? I don't go through it and read it again. I don't. I mean, except for like now, these kind of instances. But generally speaking, it goes on the proverbial shelf to stay there. Anyway. Sorry. My danger sense is kicking in. Again, I'm paranoid, so it's probably paranoia. That doesn't see. I get to use that like a lot. Like, oh, probably paranoia, so I don't worry about it anymore. And it's worked out fine so far. Probably paranoia, so I don't worry about it. So I think I actually did that one, where I went through all. I did the continental U.S. and I correlated the state's population density to the number of cases in a state, and I didn't do it for deaths. I did it for cases. A case is either you test positive and you're either alive or dead, or that's the end result. It's either it kills you or it doesn't. Yeah. Sorry about that. And in shit, like there's like too much in here, and I didn't like time stamp or date stamp like any of this. This is just fucking like blah in my journal, and there it is. This is a very nice day. It's in the direct sunlight it's probably like 75, which is nice. The cat over here, can you see it? Yeah. This cat right here. I think it's doing what I'm doing. Smart cat. Just basking in the sun in a safe place. A perch. I call that a perch. And right now this is my perch. I'm in a perch right now. Not an actual like fucking stable situation. I've actually been terminated already. I just got unterminated. That's a good one. The unterminator. It's like Jesus is the unterminator. Brings you to life. Determinate. Determinate. Like, that makes sense. I don't know, but for some reason my attention is divided elsewhere. It's a quiet day. The weather's nice. In a month, I'm going to be like praying for this kind of day. This is for any day of the year, not just good for December, but good. It would be good overall. In the summer, this would be a nice cool day. You know, so it's like ideal. Um, I looked at my hands, and the first thing I thought of is my tremor condition. So if I try to lift something with my hands, my arms will just shake. I know I can lift it. I lifted it, like months ago. But for some reason now it's just like quivering and like it vibrates violently when I like, tense up my muscles in my arms. But it doesn't hurt, so that's good. If it did hurt, that would be bad because they don't have a treatment for it. They don't have a cure for it. They do have treatments. I'm taking propranolol for it. Propranolol is not for everyone. And it's kind of strange that if I have asthma and then propranolol is contraindicated for people with asthma. Um, so what do you do? Let's see. How is my day going? According to Star Wars episode. I guess today at 3. It's today at 6. I'd say 3 is the lowest. Wait. Yeah, 3 is the lowest. Revenge of the Sith. 6, Return of the Jedi is the, I think, best out of all 9 is Return of the Jedi. Because Luke showed you that, and he showed you again in Last Jedi, one man can engage a million, like an army, the Empire. He pulled it off. It was a fucking miracle, and with the Force, I think there's no accidents. It doesn't mean it's significant that it's not an accident, but it's still not an accident. That you met your spouse, that's not an accident, And everything is a coincidence. Everything. Because they're technically only now exists, but it's already gone. Like, it exists for a moment. And then it becomes the old, yeah. So, basic plan is do what I can to stay for a long time. I got a super nice heater today. Or not, I didn't get it today, but I used it today. It's 360. Technically, I don't need 360 just for myself, but I think eventually that I have like bigger plans for this heater than just heating my room. What I got it for is like when the power's out for 5 days, and so we rely on wood to heat and cook basic things on the stove, wood stove. And I got it for those instances because I know those little cylinders. They don't. If you put it on full blast, that probably lasts about 2 to 3 hours straight. I don't know. I haven't done experiment. I'm not going to experiment because um, these things are roughly 8 to 10 per bottle. So or whatever you call it, canister. And um, so I'm really trying to play conservative with those. I want to kind of see how one lasts because I got a 6 pack of six, a 6 pack of six cylinders, and it's a very nice heater. I think I sent a picture to Facebook or something. Um, it. You ever been to those outside bars or outside restaurants where they got like a tiki fucking tree, but it's actually not really a tree; it's a heater, and it heats the. I've seen it all the time, in cities and places where the affluent compared to me, go congregate, and we're there as well, getting our hustle on. It doesn't mean we're committing a crime against people, but I'll go. I would have. I never made a sign, by the way. I was too proud to beg. Like, um, but it turns out that that's not true. I didn't beg though. There I was at a gas station. I said, "Hey man, can you help me with some money?" Just like that, and he gave me $5. I think something like that. This was in Montana, if that mattered. Um, I have the distinct impression that because I've been to different cities, is that there are those who prey upon the homeless, like not just like don't care about homeless, but prey upon homeless, and it's I don't know, what the deal is, but I'm not homeless, so I don't have to worry. Um, you you might want to know why I was homeless if I'm on disability, which I am. There's like an origin story in there. In 2017, this in December of 2016, my psychiatrist and I were talking, and he took me off Seroquel. Seroquel is a powerful antipsychotic drug, and when you suddenly take someone off of it, two things happened to me. I lost the benefit of the drug, and also had a seizure. And after the seizure, I think it's like my personality was going along in a bike, all pretty and fucking like medium pace and all that, but suddenly I hit a bump and go the other way. Like, it was kind of a shock. It's kind of interesting how language is magical. But then again, what is magic? I mean, one thing about one aspect of magic is. God, I was gonna say something like it uses the same word. I lost it. See, I have like another condition. I might have told you about it. Or my memory sucks, and sometimes I'll just stop talking and be like, I don't know what I was talking about. I have no idea. And it's kind of scary. But I'm not, I say that, but I'm not really scared. It's like Oh yeah, when my hands started jittering around, if several months ago, I was like, I know this is what this is from. I know I caused myself brain damage. There's a lesion on my, what do they call it? I think it's the amygdala. There's like a lesion on my brain. Um, all essential tremor people have that lesion in their brain. Apparently, I don't know. I've never seen it, so I'm not sure. So, those of you who have made it this far, you have earned my gratitude. Peace out.